Uh-oh. Hey. Oh, yeah. Yes. 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 We are here. You made it. It's Friday. Welcome to the parade, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the flag staff of Arizona. We're in Texas, baby. That's right. We are in the basement of potential, where the only way to go is up. Let's send it. Oh, it's been sent. Hold on. Beep, boop, 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 boop. Just beamed you in. Just called you up. Just zoomed you on your camera. We're in the house. We're in the house of the Lord. Hey, this is Cringey Fridays, and I am so excited to bring to you the first 10 things that come to the top of my mind. How the game works. We're going to go through a list. I got 10 things, 10 minutes to get through them all, and you are going to just slather it in, bathe it up, send it, fam, and yeet. You know what I'm saying? So let's start with our 10. First 10 things, how it works, rules are, first 10 things come to my mind. That's what we're talking about on the podcast. I don't even like the word podcast. Boom, first word, podcast. 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 Second word, John. It's actually a name. Third word comes to the top of my head, fire hydrant. Is that 2 words? No. No, it's not. The fourth thing comes to the top of my mind. Shoes. What? Shoes. Fifth thing. Confidence. Ha ha. Let's go. I'm not going to get to the rest of the 5 until we send these 5. Because at the end of the day, commitment matters. What you do with your life matters. Can I get a... Good. What you do with your life matters. But that's not what we're talking about today. The first word, I didn't forget. First word. The first thing that came to the top of my mind, podcast. Just got a text. Let's see what it is. Nothing special. Just got a notification, really. But podcast is what we're talking about for the first chunk of the day. Get it. Podcast. Get it. We're on a podcast. Are we though? What makes a podcast Yeah, you didn't, y'all. I'm sorry. You didn't think about that, did you? What makes a podcast? You don't know. You don't know. That's okay. We're exploring. We're investigating. We're pulling things out of the hat. Rabbits, bats, golf clubs, swinging for the fences, trying not to be offensive. This is what a podcast is. And there's probably a lot of different rules for podcasts. I just want to give you my definition. Podcast for me, someone just talking to you, man, and film or capturing that talk. Could be multiple people, but it's really just talking, right? I mean, you can't. Is there a podcast without words? You know? Is there a podcast without words? Oh, I'll wait. You don't know. You've never seen one. You've never heard one. Why? Because you know you need words. You need sounds. So my question is, why don't we start a podcast? Who's out there starting podcasts without words? What's up with that? What's up with that? Because I feel like if Joe Rogan had a podcast where he didn't speak, wouldn't that be something? Well, you didn't think about that, did you? Something to think about. Number 2, John. John is a name. I have a cousin named John. Do you have a cousin named John? That's right. My middle name is not John, but it does start with a J. My brother's name starts with a J, but John. You know, have you ever seen a word that also means like something else? Like a name that also means like something else? Maybe you have one of these names, and I'm not trying to be offensive, but John, it's also the toilet. What's up with that? If your name is John, sorry. If your name is John, do you need to go to the John? No, I want to get serious here. I know we've been kind of goofing around, but let's get down to it. Bury it down. Let's get down to it. John was the second topic. Third one, oh my goodness, I can't remember. Let's just go with jump rope. How many spins can you do in a row? And I'm talking not like an athletic jump rope, but I want you to go back to PE. You know, I can whistle like this. Hum and whistle at the same time. It's kind of a vibe. But let's go back to PE. I want you to go to Meadows Elementary. That was my school. Okay? Meadows Elementary. It was my school until, anyway, I want you to go back to, and Meadows Elementary was my school until at one point I got so much in trouble all the time. You know, I did stuff like, I remember one time, what? Was that, oh, my dog's dreaming. Can you hear that? Anyway, I got in trouble like a whole bunch of times and like, you know, ran off into the bathroom and didn't want to get suspended. And so the principal was basically like, hey, you can either like go to a different school where you can have a fresh start, or you can stay here. And I'm like, I want to stay here. My parents like, we'll take the fresh start. But anyway, Meadows was a vibe. We went to Meadows Elementary, but I want you to picture in Meadows Elementary, there's this gym, right? And of course the gym, we don't have wooden floors for basketball. Nah, what you got? Tile. Probably not even real tile, just like linoleum. Is that what it's called? You know, I don't know what it's called. But I want you to picture you're in elementary school. Maybe, what are we, 3rd grade now? I mean, you tell me. We're in 3rd grade. It's an epic day, but we're not going outside. This isn't recess. This is PE, physical education. We don't learn much, but it is physical. You know what I'm saying? So, I want you to picture this. You're in PE, and we do the stretches, the butterfly, the shoulder stretch, the arm twirls, the rodeo, the leg, the other leg, the neck. Why are we doing this? We don't know. But then after the stretches comes the push-ups. Most of us aren't straight backed. Maybe they don't know how to do push-ups, but they're like wobbling on their arms. Then comes the end of the stretching, and the PE teacher, who is like maybe subtly out of shape, so you're young enough to not question, man, why is this person teaching us PE? But it doesn't really matter because he brings out a classic, an absolute blast off, an option day. Love it. We've got jump rope, of course, our topic. You thought I wouldn't bring it back, but it did. Look, maybe there was another word, but I don't remember what it was. So we're going to go with jump rope. Jump rope. I do remember one of the next words is confidence, but we'll get into that in a minute. Jump rope. And I want you to picture this jump rope. This wasn't an ordinary jump rope. It was picture of rope, obviously, but it had plastic on it. And then it had like a pattern. Every other piece of plastic was white and red. Why? Why did we get the candy cane jump ropes? And they were color coordinated to fit our size. And everyone acted like they knew how to really measure your jump rope. So they'd be like, stand on it and see if it goes up to your armpits. Then you can really jump. But some kids really didn't listen. So they were like putting it up to their head. I saw one kid make a noose out of it. He got suspended with me. Man, it was good times in jump rope class. PE. But we had options, right? You could play basketball. You could play dodgeball. You couldn't throw the basketballs unless you were quick as dodgeballs. But if the teacher wasn't looking, you just, They set up some awkward bowling pit. Really just anything you could get from like the sports authority, right? And you would put it all together. And you realized in that moment, like, this could be fun. It could also not be. So while all the guys were playing dodgeball, I took a liking to jump rope. Not really. I did dodgeball like everybody else. But I just want you to picture, what would you pick? Do we really want jump rope? Do you? Do we? It's just, I don't know if we do. I don't know if we do. Anyway, what were we talking about? Yes, confidence. At the end of the day, what happened to your confidence? What happened to mine? I remember walking in a room and knowing without a shadow of doubt, going back to Meadows Elementary, I'm the fastest kid in the school. Or at least I'm top 3, because I probably can't beat Trevor or Jamal. But I gotta be runner-up, right? Confidence. Where does it come from? How do you get it? Can't buy it. Can't sniff it. Can you? Not sure. But what you can do is be. And that's kind of what our last point is. I don't even want to get to the other 5. This is just our first trial run. How do you be? Yeah. Well, thank you for coming to 10 Things.